Hey, mamas, it's your girl Carrie, and welcome back to Mom Wife Career Life. First things first, Happy New Year. I can't believe we are here again. Today's episode is going to be a little different. This isn't going to be our typical Tuesday episode, and that's very intentional. I almost was going to take this week off entirely from podcasting, but I've never missed releasing an episode in 2.5 years, almost 282 episodes, I think we're at. So I didn't do as much preparation as I normally do for an episode because I spent this last week just truly practicing what I preach. I took this past week and a half off from work. I was able to slow down and I really put a little bit of the podcast on the back burner. I really hope that you were able to slow down this past week and do the same with your family, whether that looked like time off, whether it looked like quiet mornings, catching up around the house, or just doing the stuff that lights you up. For me, I spent a lot of time at home with my family, easing back into routines, tweaking routines, and really doing the work that I talked about in the Becoming Her series that we just wrapped up. And if you haven't listened to those episodes yet, they're episodes 272 through 282. They're short, but they're powerful, and I promise you they are worth your time. So I took the time on deciding on how I wanted to show up this year as a mom, as a wife, in my career, in my side business, for myself, most importantly for myself. I really sat down with the lessons that this past year taught me, and there were quite a few unexpected bumps along the way. I like to call them growth opportunities, but through all those bumps, and let's just call them what they are, crap. The crap that last year brought, my faith grew so much stronger. And I truly believe that God places these hurdles in our lives, not to stop us, but to really shape us. So I gave myself the space to really sit with those moments again and look for the lessons that they were meant to teach me instead of just trying to forget them. So happy New Year, mamas. Welcome to 2026. And before we rush into those resolutions, the goals, the planners, and all the noise that usually comes with the brand new year, I really just want to sit with you and pause for a moment because if you're being honest right now, you get all this motivation for the new year, but when you think about it, you're physically tired and you're mentally and emotionally tired. You're tired of starting each year with so much hope and so much motivation and so much inspiration and then ending it wondering where the hell the year went. You're tired of reacting instead of choosing. You're tired of saying, this will be the year that things slow down. This will be the year that everything's different. And then watching your calendar fill up before January is even over. And if that sounds like you, please hear this. You're not failing. You're just living in a system that was never designed to support working moms. And I know this because I've been there. The mom with the best intentions and you're not able to follow through on them. The woman who bought the planner, set the goals, felt motivated for a few weeks, and then slowly slid back into survival mode. Not because I didn't care, not because I wasn't capable, but because I never stopped to intentionally design my year, design my month, design my weeks, design my days around the life that I actually wanted. I planned tasks, but I didn't plan my priorities. I set goal, but I didn't have the boundaries. And that's when I realized that something had to change. That's why I create all these little freebies for you. That's why I've been working on these short workshops to make some big impacts for you. And that's why I recently created my How to Plan an Intentional Year workshop. And before your brain jumps into, this is another thing on my to-do list, I want to stop you right now. This is not about you doing more. It's not about hustling harder. And it's definitely not about creating that perfect plan because perfect plans do not exist. This workshop that I'll be hosting this month is about creating space for what matters on purpose. It's for the working mom who feels stretched too thin, who wants to be more present but doesn't know where to start, who's tired of living in reaction mode, and who knows deep down she doesn't want another year to just happen to her. And inside this workshop, we're going to look at what actually matters to you this year in the season of life, what needs protection, your time, your energy, your peace, and how to design a year around your family, around your health, around your career, around you, and how to create those flexible habits and routines that support your life. Not perfection, not hustle, just real life. And here's the important thing I want you to hear as we start this new year. You don't need a new you this year. You don't need to become a completely different person. You just need a year that finally supports the woman you already are and the woman you're becoming. So if you're listening and feeling that quiet nudge, that little voice saying, I don't want another year like last year. I want this year to feel different. That's not random. That's awareness. And awareness is always the first step towards change. So I want to personally invite you inside my Planning an Intentional Year workshop. It's happening in the next couple of weeks. No pressure, no perfection, just clarity, intention. If you're listening in real time, the waitlist for the workshop is now linked in the show notes. Depending on when you're listening, I may have already opened the cart, or if the workshop has passed, I'm hoping to have the replay available on my website too. But I still am a one-woman business over here, so as much as those best intentions I have of actually setting this up so it works right, if you're not able to find it in the show notes and it's not on my website and you're still interested, just DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life and ask me about it, and I will point you in the right direction. And if you're not already in our Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms, I'd absolutely love to support you in there too. So here's to another year that feels calmer, that feels more intentional, and maybe more aligned than ever before. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it on your Instagram stories and tag me, and let them know that they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life. Or come on over and hang out in our free Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat.